Hey, everybody, welcome back to another edition of New York Sports Rehab and New York Mets Quick Take. I'm Mike with a very, very happy recap as the Mets have swept the Philadelphia Phillies and have done a number on them once again at Citi Field. And as I mentioned here in the caption, on the ticker below, the Mets are to the Phillies as the Braves have been to the Mets. Except in the case of us Met fans, I don't think we're conspiracy theorists. I don't think when we lose to the Braves, we're not creating this scenario that we feel the Braves are cheating or they're stealing signs or they've got things hanging in the outfield that'll distract the players. Basically, they just own us. It's been that way for a long time. And it doesn't matter who the manager is and it doesn't matter who the players are. But when we play the Braves, there's a very good chance bad things are going to happen. Collapse is going to happen. Occasionally, we do win a game here or there, but they own us, and they've certainly gotten to the heads of the fans and maybe the players as well. So I think the same thing applies now with the Phillies and the Philly fans, except they're creating all kind of conspiracy here, which just isn't true. We have their number, at least at Citi Field. We play better. We've done so for a while. And to be honest with you, I feel we're the better team. When the Mets are playing to their capability, and especially if they get some starting pitching, I don't even think it's close. If you look at the lineup, if you look at the bullpen, if you look at the depth of our lineup, I don't think it's close. Whether we catch the Phillies or not this year, I don't know. Good chance we don't. But if we do play them in the playoffs, I feel we've got a very good chance of beating them once again. We've now defeated them, excuse me, 10 straight times in Citi Field going back to the playoffs last year. And I thought yesterday was probably one of the most complete Met victories in a long time, maybe in the season. It's been so long. We actually got 8 innings of shutout, outstanding pitching from rookie Nolan McLean. Kind of reminds us of the early days of Matt Harvey or the glory years of Jacob deGrom when the pitcher's just in control the whole way. And you just feel like, hey, we just got to get a few runs and the game is ours as long as the bullpen doesn't cough it up. And of course, the longer your starting pitcher goes, the less chance of the bullpen doing so. And yesterday was perfect, perfect formula. Once again, the Met offense has been clicking, but I like the fact that they're not relying solely on the long ball. It seems like they're just trying to make contact, solid contact, find a hole, find a gap, keep the train going. That's how we beat them on Tuesday night. 4 singles in the last inning, culminated by the Brandon Nimmo at bat, which resulted in the winning run. And he seems to be playing a little bit more like the old Brandon Nimmo and not trying to hit home runs every time up. And I hope he stays this way because I like the old Brandon Nimmo so much better. I don't care if he doesn't hit more than 10 or 15 home runs in a year. Timely hitting, get on base, draw walks, work the pitcher's count. That's the Brandon Nimmo I know and love. So it was just a complete all-around effort. And then Brooks Raley came in, only had to pitch the 9th inning. He's been great since coming back from Tommy John surgery, and he did what he was supposed to do. No problems, no drama, no loading the bases, no having to go to Edwin Diaz, just a complete game. Great all-around offense. The entire lineup from 1 to 9 has been contributing. When Tyron Taylor's in the lineup, he's contributing. Even Sanger, the catcher, has been contributing. Torrens has picked it up offensively. Beatty, Vientos is back to being the Mark Vientos of last year. And so right now, all is good in Metland, and let's hope they can keep this up as we go forward now, playing the pesky Florida Marlins, who are always a thorn in our side. This series isn't going to be easy. They've been playing really good baseball over the last few months. They've got good pitching. They've got good young players. They're always good at player development. So I don't expect this to be an easy series. I hope the Mets go in with the same mindset. To me, you got to take 3 out of 4 here because after that, we go on the road. You've got the Tigers for 3, arguably the best team in the American League. Then you've got the Reds, and you want to go into that series with a little bit of a cushion because if the Reds sweep us, it'll be the same situation as when we swept the Braves. Rather, we swept the Phillies. We could be up by 4 or 5, then we could be tied. So let's take care of business this weekend against the Marlins. Try to hold serve on the road with the Tigers. Then we've got 4 more in Philly. The Phillies are going to be tougher in their own stadium. It's a bandbox. The ball flies out of there. That could be in the Mets' favor, but when you play in those kind of stadiums, anything can happen. You know, it could be unpredictable. And if the Phillies get a roll going and those fans could be rabid and they get into it, it's a tough place to win, and they're much tougher on the road. So let's build up a little collateral over the next 10 games, at the very least, hold serve and not get any further back in the standings than we are right now from 4 from the Phillies. And we're up by 4.5 in the Reds. So let's try to hold serve there. And it starts this weekend against the Marlins. Let's keep the momentum going. On Friday, it's the debut of rookie Jonah Tong, highly regarded. Let's hope we can get a similar outing from Tong as we've got from McLean on Friday. So that should be exciting. Let's hope we can get some length out of our starting pitching so we don't have to go to our bullpen as much. And can we please stay away from Ryan Helsley, who's been very Helsley or Helly when coming in for the Mets? Some pitchers just can't handle the pressure in New York. I know he had 49 saves a year ago or so with the Cardinals. He's made a couple of all-star games. Maybe he'll turn it around, but until he does, that guy can't come in any high leverage situation. I don't want to see Ryan Helsley in anything other than mop up duty. We're way ahead. We're way behind. There's no one on base. He starts the 6th inning. He pitches to 3 batters. If he doesn't get them out, we take him out of the game. That's all I want to see Helsley in right now. I don't want to see the management force feed him on us because they traded 3 prospects to get him and make things even worse. He's probably one and done in New York, and that's it. It's unfortunate. It's probably a nice guy, but right now he can't pitch in any high leverage situation because he almost blew that game the other night against the Phillies. And thankfully, we pulled it out in the bottom of the ninth. So, anyways, this is Mike. It's great to have an enthusiastic and positive New York Mets quick take. Enjoy the games this weekend. I'm sure I'll be back by Sunday, and hopefully we'll be talking about the debut of Jonah Tong and another series win, maybe sweep even, for the New York Mets. So, Mike, New York Sports Rehab, I'm out.